Certainly, Nompu, people here, we've been speaking to some of the residents, and residents say they live in fear. You will understand that there have been multiple shooting incidents since Friday, and while it's still unclear as to what the motive behind the shootings is, but it is believed that the shooting started shortly after one individual who's believed to be somewhat of a kingpin or rather a drug lord of sorts was shot, and it seems as though that then sparked what might be a turf war playing out over here. And while we might know of only 2 people who were shot and killed, but it seems as though there might be more shooting incidents, and this might actually be the 10th incident 10th shooting incident since the weekend began. And we do understand that the death toll might be higher than 2. It might actually be as much as 9, but we do need to confirm these numbers. These are just unconfirmed reports based on conversations with residents here. They also tell us of another shooting incident where 3 family members were allegedly shot and killed and died on the spot. But we're also hearing that this area is quite prone to these shooting incidents, and that just this weekend alone there were 3 shooting incidents right here. And you will understand that, as I did report a little bit earlier on, is that the reason we're here is because a teenager was shot inside one of the yards here. The police are still here assessing the scene of the crime. They've put out and laid out cones to map out the bullet that were shot, the bullet caps that were left behind following the shootings. I'm joined by one of the residents, Octavia Hendricks, who's going to talk to us about, how they survive and how they've had to change their lives because of what's happening. We understand that people are frustrated, as we saw a little bit earlier. You're also one of those residents who is really living in fear. Talk to us about your experience and your concerns as a resident.
Well, my main concern right now is the kids, because like I'm mentioning, my daughter is in matric this year, and just for her to go to school in the morning is a hassle. Now we even have to go and collect her from school. That's how bad it is. We wake up knowing that, listen, I need to take my daughter to school, but we fear. We don't even take them early. We just wait for everything to calm down, and that's not right the way we're living. We want to know why is this happening, because we have kids that's living here. We can't send our kids. Our homes are 2 seconds away from where we say to go to the shop, but we don't even send the kids to shop anymore. That's how bad it is.
Now talk to us about how you feel about, the many shooting incidents that have taken place right here. I mean, how do you survive as a resident? Are you not concerned that, this might happen and you might be outside?
I'm very much concerned. Luckily for me, I'm a person that stays indoors, but my kids are very outgoing kids, and they don't even go out. Now I'm keeping them prisoner, which is not fair, because I can remember when I was their age, I was walking up and down in the streets, but now I have to guard them so tightly, and you can even see the kids are becoming frustrated because they are questioning, why must we be indoors all the time? Is my mom crazy? What's wrong with her? But it's not that we don't want them to go out. We are protecting them. That's how bad it is.
And do you feel that the police have been helpful in terms of curbing the violence that you've seen taking place over this one weekend?
To be honest, for me, it's a up and down situation, because 1 minute the police is here and then everything is calm for just the time that they're here. But as soon as they take the corner, then something happens again. And it's a process for them to come out again, and then it's like just a boomerang effect, go in, go out, and nothing's happening. So for me, it's not like we don't see any progress, even if the police do come. So it's just like now the thing is being pushed aside until they come, and then they leave again.
And do you have any community leaders that are trying to at least assess the situation and bring calm in the area?
We do have community leaders, but at the same time, I would feel the same way they are feeling, because who wants to be associated with people that's going to bring harm to your family or what? We are afraid to even show our faces if we are community leaders. We don't want to go and speak to people to say, what's the problem? I can remember when we were kids, there was always an elder that come and speak. Parents are afraid to go to houses because you can stand at someone's house literally and get shot. So why would we even go and sympathize at this time when there's death? Because we are afraid to do that.
Now, we heard that this was not the first shooting to take place at the home that we see behind us. How many shootings have taken place, and in what period of time?
The ones that I've seen, this is the second time that I've seen that they actually shoot at this house specifically. And for me, I don't know the reason, but it's fearful because it's 2 houses away from my place. So it's frustrating, and it's like, it's very fearful. It's very, very fearful. So like, we are indoors all the time, but I can just imagine how that woman is feeling of the house.
Certainly. Thank you. There you have it. That is one of the residents just talking to us about their fears and living in fears following the shooting incident, saying that this is not the first time this has happened, and it seems to be a regular occurrence in this particular area of Westbury. For now, though, it's back to you in studio.